Man, I wasn't paying attention, and the intro almost looped around to the end. Sean, what's going on? Hello, welcome to The Silver Lining, the weekly geekly talk show where we discuss whatever topics we feel like talking about from the past week. My name is Greg, aka Uncle Silver, aka Silver Greg, whatever you feel like calling me. And I would like to thank you for joining me, and welcome to you, my viewers and the viewers, and welcome to my co-host, the chat. I love you guys. I love you guys being here so we can talk about whatever we want to talk about. You know, just whatever happens to be going on in normally video game news, but sometimes we do geeky news. I think it's primarily video games, it's safe to say. But hello to you guys. What I see is Suave, CT, Real Red Blue Ranger, Blade Master, Sean, Rocks, Pritch. For anybody else that's here, I'm sorry I missed you. You just don't happen to be on the screen right there. Edgy, there you go, Edgy and Hawk. We've been upgraded to Hawk. Hawk, the chat has always been the co-host on the show, and I don't even mean that as just like that's sort of what you guys have always been to me. I mean, I've always considered you guys the co-host of the show. It's better to have someone to communicate with rather than just make video. I like making videos every once in a while. Like if you guys have seen my YouTube channel, check the links below for my YouTube information. But if you guys seen my YouTube videos, you know that I do like to do, I guess you would call them essay type videos where I just talk about what's on my mind about a particular subject. But I definitely have a lot more fun coming here, having these conversations, interacting with you guys, because I do like to get a fresh spin on it. I mean, last week, I think it was actually, it was either last week or the week before, we talked about Fortnite tutors. And we, you know what I mean? We talked about that as a subject because that had come up on the news recently. And I had some thoughts about it, and in interacting with you guys, sort of evolved my thoughts. You know what I mean? Like it's very interesting how you can sit there and you can think about a topic, and you can write down about a topic and talk about a topic on a video. But when you discuss that, when you're open-minded and you discuss that topic with other people, it's nice to see how taking their information in can change how you view a subject. And I think that that's very important. That's why I'm not a huge... I love doing my discussion videos, but, you know, my essay type videos, but I would rather talk about it with somebody else. In fact, a lot of those videos that I have made have come from topics that I've had, conversations that I've had with other people, and then the conversation was interesting enough that I decided to make a video. I did a video about whether or not Superman is boring, and that came about from a conversation I was having about the subject, about Superman versus Batman, as far as which one's more popular, which one's more interesting. And I had these thoughts about Superman, and I ended up, when I got all those thoughts together and I heard them out loud, I said, you know what, I kind of want to do a video about this. So I did a video about it. I am Co-Man Nathaniel, otherwise known as PK Sports. Don't forget to hit that YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get to hear all my videos. Like, oh God, 100% open-minded, so much that I believe a pterodactyl was real and threatening my bank account. There's open-minded, and there's what's the word I'm looking for? Like you're open to manipulation. There's a point where you're too open-minded. Ring a ding ding. Bank accounts are dangerous. I mean pterodactyls. All right, so I had an okay week. I didn't bring it over. I had a mixer, not food mixer. Like the mixer that I have all my audio stuff. Oh wait, hold on. Hold on. It's one of the reasons I got the swivel arm, and it's, oh my God, it's trash. Hold on. That's my mixer right now. I use the Behringer Q802 USB. Let's try and put the camera back to where it was here. Hold on. Yeah, this is not the best arm thingy. Technology. But that's a mixer that I got for Christmas from Beth. Beth got me. Ant Gold picked it up for me. So I'm extremely happy. That's exactly the one that I wanted. But I had one before it, which was a bigger one, which had it had more inputs, it had sound effects, it had more features. It was messed up. The XLR input, without doing anything, my microphone would just drop out. So then I would go over and I would like touch the input and it would work. And I didn't understand what it was. So I took it to get repaired and I finally paid it off. So I finally got it back. But it's much bigger and I don't have a whole lot of space here. So I'm still curious. I'm still deciding whether or not I'm going to use that one. But for right now, I have it and it looks pretty cool. I just wish I brought it over here to show it to you. Anyone excited for Doom Eternal on the Switch? Dragon Knight, I haven't even played the Doom 2016. I've seen it played, but I've never played it myself. And hello to all the newcomers while I was rambling about my mixer there. I honestly getting worried about Dark Souls on Switch at this point. What are you worried? Are you worried that it's not going to come out? Are you worried that they're not going to make it? I mean, I definitely think it's going to happen. Can't wait to throw my console and raid. Yeah, maybe Dark Souls on a. Oh, you got your washer and dryer. Buckeye, no, I have my streaming set up in the room with the washer and dryer. We have upstairs bedroom washer and dryer. It's basically in one of the closets of the bedroom. So this is really, other than the basement, this is the only space that I could set up all my stuff. And realistically, the basement's not a good option because it does get water in it from time to time. And we have accumulated things, so many things, and the basement is just full of things. So at some point we have been talking about doing just like a blind purge, just like, okay, what's in these boxes? It's this, throw it out, and just getting rid of tons of stuff. If that ever happens and we get to the point where the basement is way, like if it gets 60% emptied out, I have considered a setup that moves everything into the basement. I mean, so then instead of seeing my washer and dryer, you're going to see my hot water heater. I'm worried that it's going to silently get canceled like Steep. Yeah, I was going to bring up Steep if that's what you were going to say. I pulled in the plug on 2 artsy games that were Game of the Year contender. I had rumors Dark Souls Switch is coming out in October. I kept hearing October or September. October would be nice, come out for Halloween. You know, I just thought about this, but Lilac from Freedom Planet would make a good Smash character. I'd rather have a Sonic character since that game is basically just Sonic the Hedgehog. Dank Souls amiibo. Would be oddly fun if the Solaire amiibo came out, but the game did. Yeah, I know. Wouldn't it be hotter down there? No, believe it or not, CT, the basement is cool. Basements historically are very cool spaces. Not just cool, but temperature-wise cool. The funny thing is that because the hot water heater just heats up the hot water, it doesn't get hot like around it. So it always stays relatively cool in the basement. The funny thing is because when you turn the heater on in the winter, the heating pipes heat up, so it actually makes the basement kind of warm in the winter. So the basement is a great environment. The only problem with the basement is that it can get very humid. So I would probably want to try and get some sort of humidifier or dehumidifier just to keep the air a little less stagnant. No, Lady Foxheart, do you need a notification? You should just be here at 3. Sweating bullets down the crack of my ass. Yeah, not anymore. Not anymore, Tim Dragon Kid. No, we have defeated the heat in this weather. TMI, TIM. Basements and attics are always the creepiest part. That's the best part, though. Attics get hot. I've known every single attic I've ever been in gets super hot because all the heat rises to the top. I would not set up in an attic. I'd set up in a basement. Hello again, everybody, to all the newcomers. I lifted that joke from Robin Williams in 2002. All right. It has to be talked about because I didn't get to talk about it yet. We sort of half-ass talked about it while I was playing Star Tropics yesterday, but I want to get into today's topic, which is Smash Brothers. I was at work during the announcement, so I was kind of bummed out that I wasn't going to be able to get to watch it, and I didn't really, I didn't know whether or not I would have streamed it. I don't know if I would have streamed it or not. I probably would have, but I know Johnny was streaming it, so if anything, I would have just jumped in with those guys and talked about it there. I was like containing myself while I was at work because once the video started and we saw like the boots of the guy walking, I knew it was Simon. There was no other character. That wasn't going to be Shantae. That wasn't going to be Shovel Knight. That wasn't going to be anybody else. That was going to be Simon. My question was how they were going to implement it. When we saw the rest of the video, I thought that was amazing. I loved that Luigi was there. I loved that, rest in peace, Luigi. But I loved that he was there, that they had that gimmick with him. I am excited to play the character. Whether or not I'm going to main or play the character long term, I don't know. I would have to see. He didn't look bulky, but he didn't look super fast. He looked, I don't know, it's hard to say. Like, he looked kind of like Ryu from Street Fighter, where, you know what it is, that sort of mid-range. Like, he's not he's not Bayonetta, but he's not King Koopa. You know what I mean? Or Bowser, whatever you like to call him. Can't believe Luigi's dead. Opening just gave it away. Yeah, I didn't care that it gave it away. I really didn't care that it gave it away, but it was amazing. I thought that was unbelievable. I am excited that Richter is there. I'm excited that Richter is not only a costume change, but an Echo Fighter. I think that's really interesting. I strongly suspect Richter will be the primary played character. I think Simon is great that he's there, but I have a strong feeling that Richter is going to have a more active moveset and that people are going to play him more than are going to play Simon. I'm just calling that. I'm just going to main all Echo Fighters. I was more happy for Richter than Simon. Yeah, I think a lot of people. Simon is a beefcake with more beef. Yeah, he just seems so muscular. I hope he gets an alternate costume so he's wearing a Symphony of the Night outfit. Yeah, and that's one thing that is the video capture off I was saying. That's one thing that I wouldn't mind seeing, what their alternate costumes are going to look like. Richter and Daisy. Yeah, I think Daisy will probably be mained more than Peach. The difference there is that you've got a lot of Peach loyalists, people that have been playing with Peach for a long time. Simon and Richter are both new, so they're on equal footing when it comes to people starting out playing as them. I have a feeling a lot of Peach players are going to switch over to Daisy to try her out, but a big chunk of them are just going to go back to Peach. Isn't Richter more agile in Castlevania? Richter has more active moves. Yeah, Richter has like the slide and the dash with the blades that spin around him and everything. That's why I feel like they're going to take him. Oh, Richter and Daisy are going to be mains for me. Oh. Yeah, I feel like Richter's going to be the faster, lighter cat. If you guys were around when Street Fighter 2 first came out, people swore up and down that Ryu was stronger and Ken was faster, even though they were the same exact thing. But I feel like it's going to be like that. I feel like if you pick Simon, you get the stronger character with a little less speed. If you pick Richter, you're going to get the faster character whose hits are a little bit less. A lot of people have been playing with Peach. But they're going to try out Daisy and not know which one is better. Peach tastes better. I'm going Daisy because Daisy's my middle name. I like it. I like Daisy just because I like Daisy's voice. Daisy. Mr. L. I really would like a Mr. L costume. It doesn't need to be an Echo Fighter. Just needs to be an alternate costume. Shantae might be snubbed over Shovel Knight, even though Shantae is 3 exclusive games for Nintendo. I like that Shovel Knight is there as an assist trophy. I do also like that Alucard is there as an assist trophy. I do kind of wish they made Alucard an Echo Fighter, but that can always be for Smash Ultimate too. I hear a lot about Shantae getting snubbed, and truth be okay, so here's the thing. I'm not upset that she's not in it, but I am a little surprised. It does kind of surprise me that she's not there. Why be upset about Shantae when she might show up later on? And Suave, that's exactly what I was getting to. This is not a final roster forever for the life of the system, for the life of the game. This is the final roster for the release. And I think they still said they're probably going to release Echo Fighters. I doubt Shantae is going to be an Echo Fighter for anybody. But I do think that there is a good chance of her coming into the game, but later. You know, okay, you want Shantae in the game, but do you think that Shantae was cried for more than Ridley, more than King K. Rool, awesome addition by the way, more than Simon? Like, you have to look at the characters that made it in, and you can't possibly tell me that they deserve to be there less than Shantae. Shantae kind of, I don't know if Shantae deserves to be in there. I know that fans want her in there, but some of these characters have been asked for and requested for much longer. Shantae as a Simon Echo. Did they say they have Rox? They only have more Echo Fighters to announce. They don't have any more actual characters, standalone characters, but the game is going to have DLC. There's going to be more characters later on. Costumes in Smash have been getting stronger. I love Patriot Mario. I want Paper Mario as a costume that I want. However they can do it. I want Paper Mario as a full-blown character, to be honest. Give me Paper Mario and Paper Luigi as Echo Fighters. Shovel Knight got announced as a fighter for Rivals of Aether. But besides that, I kind of doubt any indie character has a chance of being anything more than an assist trophy. I don't know. I honestly think that it's a possibility. Also, Mike Jones for Smash. I would love Mike Jones for Smash. Yacht Club did work to make an amiibo. Yeah, I mean that's why all that stuff, everything is there. None of this is final. You know what I mean? Like none of this is final for the entire lifetime of the game. But was Shantae a pillar of the Nintendo Entertainment System? Shantae was not a pillar of the Nintendo Entertainment System, but neither was Ryu. neither was Cloud. Neither was Bayonetta. Bayonetta is now on Nintendo systems, but they were not pillars of the. You know what I mean? Like I don't mind as far as being pillars of the system or anything like that, of the company or anything like that. I just think that when you look at what fans have been asking for, fans have been asking for Ridley for a long time. Fans have been asking for Daisy for a long time. And Daisy and Ridley give you a great Star Wars character. Fans have been asking for King K. Rool for a while, for longer than I was even aware. So I understand these characters getting in above Shantae. When we get the notification that a character from Wild Gunman on the NES is going to be a Smash character, I will look at Nintendo and say, how? Before Shantae, how? But you can't look at Ridley and then look at Shantae and say, oh, she should have been there first. Nah, not really. Paper Mario is an Echo for the black stick figure. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. Paper Mario, Mr. L, make them all Mr. Game & Watch Echo Fighters. It's weird thinking about Cloud. You know what I love, Mendez? I love the idea of someone looking at Final Fantasy VII and going, isn't that the guy from Smash Brothers? Simon and Richter Belmont were well-deserved. Simon was well-deserved. Richter is kind of a surprise because Richter was not a cornerstone of any Nintendo franchise, no, the version of the Nintendo franchise, but he is Castlevania, and Castlevania is a cornerstone of Nintendo, of the NES. All Game & Watch echoes. Yeah, all characters from Paper Mario will make it as Game & Watch echo, because Game & Watch really should only be a black character. I truly believe with the amount of harassment it's gotten from Waluigi fans, I don't see it happening. I would love to have seen, I thought you were going to say Wild Guns. I would love to see Waluigi, but yeah, I feel like the community ruined that one. Unfortunately. Isn't this the guy from Smash Brothers? Richter's very noticeable, and it's not, yeah, Richter's noticeable. Richter is the icing on the beefcake. You just want to think about him on Simon. That's all. That's why you're saying that. So yeah, the hidden game mode. This is what one of the ones that I'm thinking about. The hidden game mode. I never played the Subspace Emissary. Apparently, people love the Subspace Emissary. I hear people talk about it all the time. I liked Smash Run. I very much enjoyed Smash Run. I wouldn't mind that being the mode that's there. I did not like Smash Tour at all, so I don't want Smash Tour to be there unless they overhaul Smash Tour. I think Smash Tour had a lot of potential but needed a lot of work. If they did that work and put it in the game, and the thing about Smash Tour is the entire experience overall I found to be uninteresting and unappealing. If you tweak it everywhere, you make it more interesting, just the presentation, the actual execution of it, I think Smash Tour could be a great game. As it was before, I don't like it. People love Emissary until the final maze part. Bottom line is that people are going to be pissed. Yeah, people are always going to be upset about something. It's no longer fighting Polygon Team. It's fighting Game & Watch echoes of each other. Yeah, see, Subspace was all people love. That was Melee, right? Melee was Subspace Emissary. Maybe that's why people love Melee so much to this day. Can't wait for Smash Bros. Ultimate to end with Tabu Ultra Instinct. Not to hate on Takara, but the enemies were kind of eh. Give me Giga Cannon. Subspace was Brawl. Oh, Subspace was Brawl. I thought it was Brawl. Okay. Brawl had Subspace. Wow, that's funny. It's funny that you say that. You know what that is? Subspace Emissary is like Ewan McGregor or Darth Maul. Everybody complained so much. All I ever heard about Brawl was complaining. But then there's this one aspect of it that everybody loves. It's so weird. Like, everybody bashed Episode 1 Star Wars. It's like, this movie's terrible. Everything about this movie sucks. And it's like, well, what do you think of Ewan McGregor? Oh, Ewan McGregor was awesome. What do you think of Darth Maul? Darth Maul was cool, man. All right, so the rest of the movie sucks. There is something you liked about it. Do you think Goku would be trolled at us, and then it's Dan from Street Fighter 3? No, I think if they were going to put Goku in it, I think they would just blatantly do it. Realistically, I don't see Goku making it into Smash Brothers. I really don't. Subspace was fun the first time around. Every other player's a drag. Who would you say is the most iconic Mortal Kombat character? Scorpion and Sub-Zero, I think, are kind of tied in that. I think it's kind of a cheat because they both look kind of the same, just different. They're just reskins. But I do think that both of them were iconic to the series. Otaku, thank you for the invite to the host club. I know you especially appreciate that. I think that both of them, Scorpion and Sub-Zero, are kind of icons of Mortal Kombat. If through some miracle they were to ever make it into Smash, I could see them just being echo fighters of each other. Phantom Menace had a dope lightsaber fight. Phantom Menace had some good lightsaber fights. The Melee fan base is so, yeah, all these characters are great and all. Can we get Melee HD already? I think that when they start putting GameCube games on the Switch, because I do believe that's going to happen, I think that when they start putting GameCube games on the Switch, I think they will actively avoid putting Melee on the Switch. I think that there will be people behind the scenes that will do everything in their power to stop that from happening, just because they don't want to give people the satisfaction. Simon and Rick the Belmont amiibo. Yeah, that's the best part. We're getting amiibos of all of them. We get amiibos of every Smash character. So we get amiibos of Simon. We get amiibo of Richter. We're gonna get a King K. Rool amiibo. Chrom. Does Chrom have an amiibo already? They put Goku in Smash, and Shantae people would truly have. Yeah, here you go. If they put Goku in Smash and without Shantae, then the Shantae people would be justified in saying, "Whoa, she should have been there." I can see. Yeah, I agree with that. How much will this game cost? How much would you expect to pay for this game? The two easy payments of $39.99. Yeah, like Dracula amiibo. No, what I want is an Alucard amiibo. Give me an Alucard amiibo, and we will sit down and have a conversation. Indigo, what is happening? Welcome to the Smash discussion. We are having a smashing conversation here. We're getting an amiibo of a guy from a PC Engine game, and it also shows up in a PS1 game. This is right. Elements. What a time to be alive. My car, I've awakened in the future. Richter amiibo. What a time to be alive. Now, do you guys think that with the inclusion of Simon and Richter indicate some sort of movement on the Castlevania front? Do you think that including them is just fan service, or do you think that there is new Castlevania not merchandise properties coming out? Do you think that there's going to be new games? Do you think that they are coming to they're going to have a massive implosion into the Switch eShop? Anybody seen the new limited edition PS4? Buckeye, we'll talk about that during the second half of the show, because I do want that. Does look really cool. We need a Castlevania collection. I've said it before. I want a physical release of Castlevania 1, 2, 3, Super Castlevania, and Rondo of Blood, and maybe Symphony of the Night on one compilation. Give me that, and we're good. Oh, and Bloodlines. F-Zero, no game since 2000. Yeah, of course. X is in the game. Yeah, X is in the game. Isn't X an assist trophy? Which sucks, because I love the fact that there are assist trophies, but so many times when I play with people, we turn that stuff off. Like, especially when you get into the competitive level, like when you get on For Glory and stuff, everybody turns that off. So you don't get to see that much. What if they put Banjo? Banjo, I could see Banjo working. I think Banjo should probably get a new game first. Please give me Rondo, Blood, and Bloodlines. Elements, Leon could definitely work. Grenade launcher, knife, shotgun, bow. Yeah, Leon could work. I think there are a lot of characters that would work in the Smash Brothers environment type game. We're getting a second season for the Netflix series, and they're prepping a Castlevania game to try and counter. Well, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that. And the stage would be RPD Station. I'd like to see a Switch remaster. Oh my god, I would love Otaku. Other than Xbox 360, I have played every version of Symphony of the Night multiple times. I know Chris pretty iconic, but I think Leon is more versatile. John Morris for Smash. Anything Banjo at this point, honestly. Smash versus Capcom 3. Isn't that what it is? Getting a new Banjo game. You slay me. We can get a new Banjo game, you know. The Black Knight from Portrait of Ruin. Okay. Symphony of the Night, Axe Armor. Oh my god. I want to see more Simon Skin. Easy there, Lady Foxheart. Read the rules. Crash for Smash. Crash for Smash is one that I honestly thought was going to happen, or rather, I would not have been surprised if it did happen. I still think that's going. We mentioned earlier the idea of like what a time to be alive. Like you would never believe this would happen. When you tell me that because Crash Bandicoot has been on Nintendo systems before, but when you tell me that Crash Bandicoot is a character in Smash Brothers, that would be one of the ultimate. Really? Like if you went back and told somebody 20 years ago, they'd look at you and go, "No, that's not going to happen." What is it with these trailers killing off iconic Nintendo characters? They're making way for new characters. They want you to forget about the old characters. That's why they kill them. I still got bets on Crash. It's not over until the next Smash Brothers comes out, which I can't imagine what they would do with a new Smash Brothers game. Why do I keep going to M-rated characters? However unlikely it seems, do you think Master Chief could wear? Yeah, I think Master Chief's got a large enough rule set. I feel like Microsoft and Nintendo have a better relationship than Sony and Nintendo, than Sony and anybody. I could picture them saying, "Hey, Master Chief for Smash, Smaster Chief, Smaster Chief." Oh my god. Doom Guy, Master Chief. Yeah, I think that would work. I think only one of them would work though. I think it needs to either be Doom Guy or Master Chief. Ultimate Life Forms will join Smash. Yeah, I think Doom Guy could work, but I think Doom Guy is very similar to Master Chief in that having two of them would be uncomfortable together, and they couldn't be echo fighters of each other because they just wouldn't do that. I do want Spyro, but Crash would need to get in first. I'd be happy if it was just Crash, maybe Spyro. Between Spyro and Crash, I don't know who I think would be more deserving of a place there. I really don't know. I think whatever character will still be added will most likely be rival characters to ones that already exist. The reveals so far seem very rival oriented. So, oh, by the way, you said Samus versus Ridley, Donkey Kong versus K. Rool. By the way, absolutely loved Dark Samus being in the game. I wish I could say that is a hint at what Metroid Prime 4 is going to be about, but it's not. Which anime character do you think would work in Smash? It's gonna end up having to be somebody like Goku. I don't think any other. I don't think there are a lot of Guts. You're not gonna put Guts from Berserk in there. It's just not gonna work. There's too many people that aren't gonna know. JoJo would just be putting JoJo in the game would just be a meme all into itself. Yeah, I don't know. Do we need more villains such as Eggman, bad guys from F-Zero? No, you know what, CT? I'm not too concerned with whether the characters are heroes or villains. It would be fine if they were, but I don't care that there are not a lot of them. I do think Eggman would be a cool addition to the game, though. Hold on, I'm scrolling up a little bit here. Question: is there any character you would not want in Smash? Characters I would not want in Smash. Well, just to punish them, Waluigi fans. Waluigi. No, I would like Waluigi in the game. Any characters that I wouldn't want? Donkey Kong Jr. I know that sounds a little weird, but I'm looking around at all my stuff. I'm looking at my amiibo like I wouldn't want them in Smash. It's like, they're there. Akuma, a rival Street Fighter character. Maybe Ken as an Echo Fighter for Ryu, but I don't need any other Street Fighter characters. And maybe Chun-Li. I could probably take Chun-Li. I don't want Negan in my Smash Brothers. There you go. No Negan. Metroid Prime 4 will be about Samus getting a new job. Deku from My Hero Academia. Nah, I don't. I like My Hero Academia, but I don't see him as deserving of a spot. Goku from Midnight. Yeah, right. Yeah, Goku from the ancient legend of Sayuki Journey West. the other Goku. The one that the TV show Goku is based on. Metroid Prime 4 will start with Samus getting into a coma and her bounty hunter buddy Captain Falcon taking over for her. No, Metroid Prime 4 is going to be Samus meets Boba Fett. Richter's already JoJo looking character. Yeah, and Simon's got the JoJo over exaggerated muscles, so that works. No vegans, no Negans. Vegans are fine. No Negans. So when you see Nathan's Wish of Dixie. Yeah, Dixie Kong will be a nice addition. 50 robot masters as Echo Fighter. I don't think there's that many space for them. To Chun-Li and Smash, those hips don't lie. Yeah, but they'll crush your head like a melon. Dracula is basically Dio after all. Yeah, everybody was pretty overly dramatic. Die monster. I love that they threw that in there. By the way, that they referenced Symphony of the Night. It's just so infamous. Like, you can't not reference Symphony of the Night, even though it was never on. It was never on a Nintendo system, right? Yeah, it was never on a Nintendo system. You can't not reference that game. Proto Man Echo. I would take a Proto Man Echo. What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. How about you? By the way, M-Gear, there is a Drake and Josh, that meme that was going around with them. There's a Drake and Josh version of that scene from Castlevania Symphony of the Night. That is hilarious. Thought it was K. Rool, but it was me, DDO. DDDO. There we go. I missed the D. Oh man, there's an audio bite for you. When we get Fighting Polygon Team, oh my god, Fighting Polygon Team. It's just all characters from Super Hot. Look out the Symphony of the Night quote on the second watch as John was talking over it. Yeah. It wasn't an exact quote, but they referenced it. KK Rool's Final Smash is the game. Yeah, I was seeing that. I didn't play DK64, so I didn't recognize any of that stuff. That's why I'm excited for King K. Rool to be in the game, because I know other people wanted him. I played. I'm pretty sure. I know I played through the first Donkey Kong Country. I'm pretty sure I played through the second one. I know for a fact I've never played through the third one, and I've never played another one of the Donkey Kong games after. So I am not as ingrained with King K. Rool in my brain. Like it's not like he's not in there for me the way he is for like other characters, for other people. I joked about this with Mark, but what do you think of playable assist trophies, even if they... No, I don't like the idea of playable assist trophies with like limited move sets. I like an idea. I would like that if you made it a mini game where people can only control assist trophies, and then they only had like 1 or 2 moves. I like it as a mini game, but not to play the main game. That would be kind of a fun mini game. I do like the idea of using the stuff like assist trophies and everything in other stuff. Like if you have Smash Tour and you have mini games and stuff in there, I like the idea of using the assist trophies for that, to make it so that they are somewhere else in the game. Mark was so happy to see DK Isle destroyed in HD. Villager is my main. Villager is my main, by the way. Mr. Sakurai is a fan of JoJo. I'm not making. Everybody's a fan of JoJo. Even if they don't love it, they at least like it. Yeah. Yeah. Villager would count as the representation for Animal Crossing, and it makes sense that you can change his appearance. Like it's the his and her appearance. It makes sense that it works that way. There should only be one Villager character. If you want to really jam any other Animal Crossing character in there, would kind of feel like it was jammed in there. You know what I mean? Like if you put Tom Nook in Smash Brothers, it would kind of feel like you jammed that character in there. Crom might be my new main. What do you think of the new tag team mode? I need to look more into it to see how I enjoy it. It's kind of cool. I love that there's cool features that you don't have to use if you don't like them. So I can appreciate that. Playable Isabel. Yeah, no, I honestly feel like if you jammed any one of those characters into Smash Brothers, that's exactly what it would feel like you were jamming them in there. Yeah, Animal Crossing has enough representation with Villager. I don't think that there needs to be anything anymore. Because since you changed his appearance, every single person who has ever played Animal Crossing played as Villager. You know, you see what I mean? Like a Villager, because it's a static character, you change their appearance, you do whatever you. So Villager's representation covers everything from Animal Crossing. You could be a Street Fighter fan, never ever ever played as Ryu, and then when you see Ryu in Smash Brothers, it's like, okay, well, he's there to represent Street Fighter, but I never played Street Fighter. I never played him in Street Fighter, so it doesn't have the same impact. Everybody was Villager, so it makes sense that's all you need in the game. Tom Nook just sucks your life out. You can't have a character attack people with debt. It's too real and scary. Yeah, you'll chase people away from the game. Also, charge Final Smash mode. Elements, I hope that they give you the option to turn that off. I like it as an option because, again, we always played in For Glory and no items, and that stuff turns off all of the Final Smashes, so you can't see any of it. I like the idea of using it as a charge-up move that is less powerful. So I like that we can now charge them up. I do hope that when we play online in For Glory, that it is active, that it is turned on. But I wouldn't mind seeing the ability to turn it off from time to time. Playable Saki from Sin and Punishment? Probably not. Speaking of Smash, how do you feel when people don't recognize characters and say that it's a guy from Smash? That's what we were talking about earlier, CT. I mean, you know, that's what they know it from. That's fine. It's you know, when someone says Crom, oh, from Smash Brothers, it probably rubs Fire Emblem people the wrong way. But Fire Emblem is a very, and I love you, Indigo, but Fire Emblem is a very niche type of game. Not a lot of, if you outside of the community of people who love tactical RPG type games, people won't know who that character is. Look at Ness. The first time Smash 64 came out, half the people didn't know who Ness was. So they said, oh, Ness is, I know him from Smash Brothers. And then later on they learned, oh, okay, he's from Earthbound. Yeah, it sounds like a nice option. Yeah, every option is here. Okay, it is an option that you can turn on. Yeah, see, I don't mind that. I don't mind being able to turn it on and turn it off. I mean, Smash is the game that gets people into other series. And I think that that's the point. I think that that is the... I'd say not so much. Yeah, Suave, Fire Emblem Awakening was one of the first times that, in my experience, that Fire Emblem transcended into a lot of other people. You know, RPGs, for instance. RPGs were always kind of a niche sort of type of game. Not a lot of people played them, and the people who did play them loved them. And then Final Fantasy VII happened, and you had waves of people who had never played an RPG who were now experiencing them for the first time. And then now they started to go, and then they went backwards and played old RPGs, or they continued in their love of RPGs forward. The Fire Emblem was the first time that I saw people who were not tactical RPG fans say, whoa, this actually looks pretty cool, and give it a try. Even Tactics. As much as I love Tactics, I remember Tactics being very, very locked in place to the people who already love that kind of game and not spreading out to other people. What if they have a physics engine from each game? I don't know about that. Never played Fire Emblem. Yeah, see, Mendez, you got a whole stable of characters that you have no idea what they're about. You know, so when somebody says Crom, or when somebody says Roy or something like that, not Roy, no, Roy, right? you say, oh my god, okay, I know them from Smash Brothers. I don't know them from Fire Emblem, but I know them from Smash Brothers. That kind of blasted the niche series into them. Yeah. Slime assist, yeah. Oh, you know who I wouldn't mind seeing? I'll tell you a character who I wouldn't mind seeing. If you want some representation, and I'm a little surprised, and I think everybody's going to agree that you're a little surprised that you haven't seen anybody from this. Why aren't there any characters that I'm aware of from Dragon Quest in Smash Brothers? After all these years, after as big as Dragon Quest is in Japan, Dragon Quest is gigantic in Japan. Why have there never been any Dragon Quest characters in Smash Brothers? We don't need any more Mario, Fire Emblem, or Pokemon characters. Fire Emblem is a deep series about a group of twats killing a dragon in the end. Every single time. Virtual Fighter Mii costume is interesting. Because Dragon Quest is super niche outside of Japan. It is, but it's not unknown. It's not unknown. It's just very interesting. And Smash Brothers is Smash Brothers could be credited towards a Japanese creation, right? Smash Brothers is not the way, like when we were playing Earthbound. Earthbound was a U.S. invention, I guess you could say. Smash Brothers was from Nintendo Japan, wasn't it? It would make sense that there was a Dragon Quest character in there. Dragon Quest made it so you can't sell games on Friday. Yeah, Hawk Goggles. I was watching a thing about that. That they wouldn't release games on, or they had to release games on Friday. They couldn't release them on Tuesday, is what it was. Yeah, wasn't it that you couldn't release them on Tuesday? So they had to start releasing them on Friday because people were buying them and then not coming into work for the rest of the week. Yeah, I thought it was the other way around. What character would you want to represent DQ in Smash? I can honestly say that I am not familiar enough with Dragon Quest characters to name a character. I know that every time I get into a Dragon Quest conversation, Dragon Quest IV comes up. So I think that one of the characters from there was I forget who the hero was. I feel like it would work. I feel like that would work. Yeah, it was Tuesday. Yeah, they used to release new games on Tuesdays. And then Dragon Quest was so big in Japan that when the game would come out Tuesday, people would take off, and then they would just take off the rest of the week, or they would take off days at a time right in the middle of the work week. So they had to move release dates of Dragon Quest games to Friday so that they could release the game, and then people would be off on the weekend so they could play it. Earthbound maybe Bet in No America, but it was very much a Japanese title. Yeah, because the composer for Dragon Quest was racist towards America. Good lord. That's why Dragon Quest games always coincide with a major holiday. Same reason. I mean, at that point, why not a custom robo rep? It really doesn't matter. Dragon Quest banned a day. Dragon Quest banned a day, and that Earthbound was made in Japan. I'm sorry. I said Earthbound, and I meant Star Tropics. I'm sorry. Yeah, Star Tropics was a U.S. invention. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. My apologies. I'm seeing everybody talk about Earthbound. And I'm like, was that because did I say Star Tropics or did I say Earthbound? Not set in not America. Okay. Yeah, Star Tropics. Yeah, Star Tropics. Yeah, Earthbound was a Japanese invention. I say invention, but Japanese creation, I guess is the word. Japanese development. But yeah, Star Tropics was a specifically U.S. Development. But yeah, Smash Brothers was Japanese development. So it would make sense that they would pull characters from Japanese popular franchises. Still want Mike Jones in Smash. Still want Mike Jones in Smash. Still want Mike Jones in Smash, but only if it means that he is an ad for a new Star Tropics game. I want a Zelda character that's not Link again. Impa. Give me Impa. Old Impa. I want old lady Impa or Merchant. give me the old man in the red robe from Zelda. Really happy U.S. characters are getting added now, like Dark Samus. Woo! And K-Rool just shows a lot more open to Western wants. Raid command Mike Jones for Smash. Well, CT, let's stick around for the rest of this stream first. What about Mike Jones? No Mike Jones uncle as a character, because his nephew would just have to come and rescue him every time. I mean, you know me, I'm all about cool uncles, but come on. The new Zelda rep should be one of the cats from Twilight Princess. No, how about this for a character? How about Okami? Put Okami in as a character. I think that would raise a lot of eyebrows in a very positive way. What about Linkle? Nah, leave Linkle where she is. Number one will remain Solaire from Dark Souls. I think Solaire would be iconic enough. So this game is going to have a lot of fighters. What fighting game has the most fighters in? Mendez, other than Mugen, however you pronounce it, other than Mugen with hundreds of characters, because people make it on their own. Okay, yeah, Sean, the dog, the dog. I never played Okami. But I read that because Okami just came out on the Switch, on the eShop. I read that in Japan they made a physical version, and in Japan the physical version came out today. Well, it came out August 10th, and it does support English language. So I have ordered it, and it is on the way. It is going to be my first Switch import game. Just for jokes, Pepsi Man for Smash. No, I don't want them to waste that development time integrating a joke character. Isn't there a Dragon Ball with like 9 Gokus? Isn't that just Dragon Ball? If you count every version of Goku, every power level tier, isn't there like 9 or 10 of them? I mean, if we're gonna get ridiculous for characters, give me Birtle Valley, the old man from the cover of Phalanx, as a character in Smash. Can the Switch play? Yes, Mendez, the Switch plays international games, no modding or anything necessary. The only thing it said is that if there is some kind of DLC, I may need to make a Japanese account in order to download the DLC. But we'll see if that's even necessary. Fighter Z is getting up there with the number of Gokus. Yeah, no lockout chips, no lockout program, no nothing. Kyoku Tsunagi and Terry Bogard in Smash. Well, we're getting fake Terry Bogard in SNK Heroine. By the way, that SNK Heroines game, look, I'm sorry. I don't care how great the fighting system is. I don't care how amazing the game physics are. That game looks just kind of skeevy to be playing, doesn't it? Like, I feel like anybody who plays it is probably gonna go and go to the bathroom every 15 minutes, and not number 1 or 2. Senran Kagura, yeah, you're not gonna get any of that. You're not gonna get Senran Kagura. You're not gonna get Ikitosen characters. SNK Heroines game, the one I'm definitely gonna get. I still think Heroines is just because they couldn't get King of Fighters 14 on the Switch as a review code. Don't bag on the waifu trash game. As much as I like boobs, there's too much. Yeah, the physics. I'm sorry. It could be the most amazing fighting game ever, and I'm still gonna look at it and go, look at the Dead or Alive volleyball games. You can tell me that it's the most compelling volleyball physics ever, and that the game is, and that the mini games are unbelievable, and that this and that and this and that, and I'm gonna look at you and go, but it's a little creepy. Like, I don't know. Should you be telling people you play that game? Because Octopath isn't as good as Final Fantasy. I don't know, Mendez. Octopath is pretty damn amazing. No such thing as too much boobs. The Indigo, I've got videos that will prove that wrong. I mean, I've seen videos that will, I've heard of videos that will prove that wrong. Waifu trash is not dumpster. SNK Heroes like that fan. And that's Rox is fan service the fighting game. It's fan service the fighting game. That's real Terry Bogard and SNK Heroes. Don't be ashamed of boobs. When compared to modern Final Fantasy. Oh yeah. When you compare it to modern Final Fantasy, other than 14 is kind of a joke. I play it for the plot. Yeah. CT. I play SNK Heroines for the articles. I tell people I play that game proudly. No worries. I'll stream DOA Extreme 3 for you. Can you send those videos? Yeah, to me for a friend. All right. We're the conversation is evolving into SNK Heroes and away from Smash. So we're gonna take a break. And oh wait, let me try the studio mode again. So we're gonna take a break. Where are we going here? Gameplay. Right. Hold on. Game cleaning. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Oh, that's so weird. Yeah. How about that King of Fighters, huh? So we're gonna take a break. And when we come back, we will be opening up some games and cleaning them out, and then we will get into the viewer topics, and then we can just chat about whatever. Who knows? We'll probably just keep talking about King of Fighters or SNK Heroines, fake King of Fighters. So just give me a few minutes, and when we will be right back.